Today is no ordinary day. Something in the energy around you has quietly shifted. And if you've been feeling that tingling in your chest, a strange pull behind your heart, a sudden rush of emotion that doesn't seem to come from any current moment, Archangel Michael says it's not a coincidence. It's because someone who is no longer on this earth, someone whose love for you transcended even death, is trying to reach you. And they're not just sending a message, they're asking you to see something. And here's the most urgent part: you have less than 3 hours. This isn't something to scroll past. This isn't just a message, it's a calling. You were guided here for a reason. Something powerful has aligned in the spiritual realm, and this message is the doorway. The veil between heaven and earth is thinner right now than it's been in a very long time, and through that opening, a soul that loved you deeply is trying to come through. They have waited for this window, prayed for this moment, and Archangel Michael, protector of souls and guardian of light, is standing beside them to make sure you hear what they've been holding in their heart. Before we go further, pause and notice the stillness in the air. The quiet around you right now is not emptiness, it's presence. Divine presence. A soul presence. They've been circling your thoughts all week, haven't they? You felt memories brushing past like feathers, songs playing at random, dreams you didn't understand. That's not your imagination. That's your sign. And Archangel Michael is whispering, you were never alone, not for a second. Sparkles dizzy. If your soul feels even the slightest pull right now, subscribe to this channel. It's not just about watching videos, this is how you stay connected to messages from the divine realm. Let this channel be your bridge to the angelic world. One click, and you'll never miss the signs they're trying to send. Sparkles dizzy. Now, back to the message. This soul, they were your everything at some point, weren't they? Maybe a mother who held your heart with infinite tenderness, or a father whose silence still echoes through your spirit. A sibling, a child, a friend. Or maybe, it was the love of your life, the one you still talk to in your head, wondering if they hear you when no one else can. Archangel Michael says they do. Every word. Every silent tear. Every smile you fake just to get through the day. And now, for the first time in a long time, they want to talk back. There's a reason they're coming now. You're about to make a choice, something small on the surface but life-altering underneath. And they've seen it from the other side. They've watched you hesitate, pray, doubt yourself, beg for a sign. And now, they're giving it. This is the sign. But you only have 3 hours before the moment passes. Heaven's messages are full of mercy, but they also obey divine timing. That's why Michael is sounding the alarm now. The person who's reaching out from beyond, they've been walking with you through your hardest nights. Do you remember that one evening, not long ago, when you thought, I can't take this anymore? When you were sitting in the dark, and suddenly felt calmer, for no reason? That was them. They were allowed to come close in that moment. And they promised themselves, the next time they were granted a doorway to speak to you, they'd make it clear. This message is their promise kept. Please, don't ignore the chills running through you right now. That's your soul recognizing truth. Archangel Michael says this is your divine confirmation. The thoughts, the smells, the memories flooding your heart, they're not random. They're presence. Real, powerful presence. If you could close your eyes for just 1 second and ask them what they want to say, you'd feel it instantly. I'm proud of you. I never left. I've watched every step and every stumble, and I'm closer now than ever before. You may be wondering, why now? Why June 10th? Why today? Because something in your destiny shifts in the next few hours. There is a choice you're about to make, a person you're about to meet, or a truth you're about to realize. And heaven wants you to go in prepared. They've been aligning things quietly. The numbers. The signs. The strange timings. And if you ignore this message, you'll still survive, but you might miss the miracle they set up just for you. And that miracle? It's big. Bigger than you can imagine. It's not just money, or love, or peace. It's the feeling you've secretly craved but couldn't name. The wholeness. The knowing. The healing that reaches all the way down to your childhood wounds and says, "You're not broken. You are becoming." That's what they want to give you. Then let's go deeper, because what comes next is not just for your ears, but for your soul. Archangel Michael says the one who's reaching out from heaven isn't just trying to comfort you, they're trying to prepare you. Something that seemed impossible, something you've silently cried for in the dark, is about to be answered in the most unexpected way. But if your spirit isn't open, if you aren't looking with the eyes of your heart, you might walk right past the blessing. That's why they're here. That's why this moment matters. You might think it's all a coincidence, that this video, this message, these words are just random. But if you could only see what Michael sees, the way the angels lined this moment up for you. How they nudged your phone, whispered softly through your emotions, made you pause just long enough to open this. They had to work through your fear, your distractions, your doubt. But they did. Because they know, if you truly let this in, it can change everything. There's something you've been holding on to, isn't there? A memory you don't talk about, a regret you wear like invisible chains. That one moment you wish you could go back and fix, the words you didn't say, the hug you didn't give, the truth you never got to explain. That's what they're showing me now. And Archangel Michael says, they heard you. Every word. Even the one spoken in your mind. They heard the apology, they felt the ache. And with the full grace of heaven, they're saying to you now, you are forgiven. You were always forgiven. This is not just a message from them. This is closure. Sacred closure. The kind that wraps around your pain and dissolves it in the arms of love. You don't have to carry the guilt anymore. You don't have to replay the scene anymore. They saw your heart, not your mistake. They carried your love with them into the next world, and now they're sending it back tenfold. Broken heart, you've carried the weight long enough. Now it's time to breathe. If you're still here, still listening, it means your heart is waking up. That's the first miracle. And more are coming. Dizzy. Michael says you've been praying for a sign, but it was never going to come through logic. It had to bypass your mind and speak directly to your spirit. That's why you feel the way you do right now. Because this isn't a message for your ears, it's a vibration. A divine frequency. And your soul recognizes it, even if your thoughts are still catching up. Let's pause for a moment and ask. What are you afraid of? That it's not real? That you're just imagining the connection? Archangel Michael says that fear was planted in you long ago by a world that forgot how to believe. But you? You never fully forgot. That's why your spirit has always been so sensitive to energy, to people, to dreams, to presence. You've been hearing them all along, you just didn't know how to trust that it was real. They're saying your sensitivity is your power. The way you pick up on other people's moods, the way you get overwhelmed in crowded places, the way you feel things deeper than others seem to, that's not weakness. That's spiritual antennae. That's your soul tuned to the divine. And now, finally, it's about to start making sense. Because what you've been feeling isn't madness, it's a message. And here's the wildest part. They're not coming just to speak to you. They're coming to send you. To elevate you. They see that you have the heart of a healer. You've always felt like the strong one, the understanding one, the one everyone else leans on, but deep down, you've just been hoping someone would lean on you. Well, today, heaven is leaning close. And they're saying, let go. Let us hold you now. Archangel Michael shows me a spiritual window that is only open for a short time, just 3 hours. And when it closes, the moment shifts. Not in punishment. Not in loss. But because divine moments are alive, and like flowers, they bloom only for those who stop long enough to notice them. This is your blooming moment. That dream you buried? That love you thought was gone forever? It's not too late. But you have to meet it now. With full faith. With open eyes. With surrendered hands. Sparkles, if you're still listening, I want you to type "I'm ready" in the comments. Because that small action sends a signal to the universe. It says, I receive. I believe. I'm opening the door. And once you open it, the flood of miracles that's been waiting on the other side will rush in like light through a broken wall. Sparkles. Let me tell you a secret. The soul who's coming through now, they never left your side. Even when you stopped talking to them. Even when you forgot what their voice sounded like. They never missed a birthday, a heartbreak, a prayer. In fact, they've been quietly protecting you from behind the veil, rearranging situations, ending toxic friendships, steering you away from danger you didn't even see coming. And today, they're asking to be seen. To be heard. To be felt. So feel them. Right now. Put your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And just breathe. That warmth, that rush, that single tear rolling down your cheek, that's them. Saying, I love you. Saying, I'm proud of you. Saying, you didn't mess it all up. You did the best you could. And that was enough. Archangel Michael is placing his hand on your shoulder in this moment. He's cutting cords to the past. Breaking the chains of guilt. Clearing the fog from your path. And most importantly, he's guiding you towards something that will soon feel like divine alignment. Watch what happens in the next 3 hours. A name will be spoken. A door will open. A chance will come. And when it does, don't hesitate. That's the confirmation. That's the yes from heaven. You're still here. That means your soul already said yes before your mind even caught up. And Archangel Michael is smiling. Because this is what he hoped for. Not just that you would read these words, but that you would feel them. That you would remember your own connection. Not just to the one who passed, but to the divine thread that runs through everything. That thread is still holding you, even on the days you think it's gone. Michael says you've spent a lot of time doubting your worth. You've questioned if you were enough for love, enough for success, enough for God. But listen carefully, the person in heaven who's calling out to you right now? They saw the real you. Not the version you show the world. Not the version you try to fix. The real you. And they adored you. They still do. From the other side, they see your soul glowing with a light even you forgot you had. That's why they're pushing so hard to get this message through today. Because you're standing at a threshold. You can't see it yet, but you're right on the edge of something sacred. One step forward from this moment, and your entire future changes. The choices you make in the next few hours will echo for years. And they know you're ready, even if you don't believe it yet. Dizzy, you're not behind. You're not late. You're exactly where you were always meant to be. And now, heaven is aligning the pieces for a comeback you didn't expect. A healing that goes all the way back. A peace you stopped hoping for. Dizzy. Think back to when you were a child. Remember how you used to believe in magic? In signs? In invisible friends and the idea that angels might actually be real? That wasn't just imagination. That was remembrance. Your soul remembering what this world made you forget. And the person in heaven, they remember that version of you. They miss that glow in your eyes. They're here now to remind you, you are still that soul. That magic is still inside you. It's just been waiting for the right moment to rise again. This is the moment. You've probably been noticing little things, repeating numbers, flickering lights, unexpected emotions. Maybe even hearing your name when no one is there. That's not your mind playing tricks. That's the energy of a spirit who loves you too much to stay silent. They've waited patiently while you grieved, while you distracted yourself, while you built walls to protect your heart. But they're ready now. And so are you. You might be scared to believe in something so big. That's okay. Faith isn't the absence of fear, it's walking anyway. And Archangel Michael is walking right beside you. He says, you don't have to know the whole plan. You just need to trust the next step. And that step is now. In these next 3 hours, something will come, whether in a dream, a phone call, a memory, or a complete stranger saying exactly what you needed to hear. And when it does, you'll know. Because it will feel like home. Sparkler, if your heart is open even a little right now, I want you to take one more small step. Tap the subscribe button. Not because of the algorithm. But because you're saying yes to staying connected. Yes to hearing more. Yes to letting divine messages reach you, again and again, without missing them. Sparkler. Your spirit has carried so much. So many silent battles, so many quiet breakdowns behind closed doors. But they saw it all. The one who passed, your person, they watched it unfold from the other side. And every time you thought you were alone, they were right there, whispering courage into your chest. That time you almost gave up. They were the reason you didn't. You didn't fall because they were holding you from behind the veil. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why this message is hitting so deep. Some things are just soul-level truths. And your soul has been waiting for this exact confirmation. You were meant to find this today. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Today. Because this is the turning point. This is the message that unlocks everything that was paused. This is the healing. This is the hand from heaven reaching down and saying, let me help you now. There is something beautiful coming for you. And you don't have to chase it. It's already written in your energy. Already moving toward you. All you have to do, is not block it. Let go of the fear. Let go of the past. Let go of needing to understand how. Just say, I'm ready. Say it out loud. Right now. Feel your voice shake if it has to. Feel your chest tighten with emotion. That's how you know you're releasing. That's how you know it's real. And the person from heaven? They're smiling. They're closer now than they've ever been. Because you finally opened your heart wide enough for them to step in. You might cry tonight. That's okay. Your tears are not weakness, they are holy. They are the soul's way of washing away the dust so you can see again. So don't hold them back. Let them fall. Let the release happen. Because on the other side of those tears is something you forgot you could feel, relief. You don't have to carry it all anymore. Archangel Michael is taking the weight now. The person you loved is sending you strength now. And if you could see yourself the way they see you from the other side, you'd never doubt your power again. You're still breathing. You're still reading. That means your soul is still reaching. And heaven is responding in full force. Archangel Michael says your spirit has been whispering for help louder than you even realized. In the corners of your prayers, in the quiet moments where you almost said, God, if you're real, show me, this is it. This is the moment He shows you. Not with lightning. Not with fire. But with a message so quiet, it can only be heard when your soul leans in. There's no such thing as too late in heaven. Only divine timing. And Michael is reminding you that nothing in your life was random, not the heartbreak, not the detour, not even the delay. That thing you thought was a failure? It was a setup. That moment you thought ruined everything? It rerouted you toward a miracle you couldn't have imagined if you tried. And the person in heaven, they were guiding that reroute the whole time. You think they're gone, but they've never left. They've been watching you grow in ways you can't even see. You became stronger, wiser, more loving. You started seeing signs they left for you, feathers, numbers, dreams. You brushed it off, didn't you? But not anymore. Now your eyes are waking up. Because the moment has arrived. And this time, you're ready to feel everything your heart couldn't handle before. Dizzy, you've been asking for a miracle. And sometimes, a miracle doesn't come in flashing lights. Sometimes, it comes as a calm voice in your darkest hour, saying, I'm still here. Keep going, Dizzy. Right now, something is happening in your energy. You may feel chills. A strange peace. A heat in your hands. Don't ignore it. That's Michael's presence. That's the shift. That's heaven touching earth through you. You've been walking around with a storm in your chest, but now, the storm is quieting. Something divine is beginning to settle in. And you'll notice over the next few days, your thoughts will slow. Your heart will soften. Your path will clear. That's not imagination. That's spiritual alignment. You've made it through things others would have collapsed under. You've faced betrayal, confusion, loss, and somehow, you still love. That alone is proof you're divinely protected. That's why the one you lost chose you to visit. Because you can handle it. Because your heart is still open enough to receive what so many others reject, spiritual connection. And that connection? It's not just about comfort. It's about awakening. They are trying to activate something in you now. A gift. A calling. A new direction that will lead to everything you prayed for, but better. They don't just want to bring you peace, they want to bring you purpose. The kind of purpose that makes you wake up in the morning with that rare feeling, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Glowing star, have you felt a strange pull to change lately? A sudden urge to move, to end something, to start something new? That's the signal. That's your spiritual compass rerouting. Pay attention. Because over the next 3 hours, you'll be shown a path. Subtle, but powerful. You won't need to overthink it, you'll just know. Glowing star. And when it comes, don't doubt it. Don't block it with fear. You've been through the training season. The waiting season. The wilderness. But now, you're walking into the release. And that one person you still grieve, they'll be cheering the loudest from the other side. They didn't just come to say, "I miss you." They came to say, "You're ready now." Ready for the next chapter. Ready to finally feel joy without guilt. Ready to accept love without fear of losing it. Ready to live fully again, without apologizing for how much you feel, how deeply you believe, how often you dream. And Michael? He's not leaving your side. You've been chosen for this moment. Not because you're perfect, but because you're willing. And willingness is the currency of heaven. You don't need to understand how it all works. Just trust that it's working. Just trust that this message wasn't an accident. And that the one who sent you love from beyond the veil, is walking into the room right now. Yes, right now. Do you feel that breeze? That tingle on your arm? That warmth that suddenly surrounded your heart? That's not in your imagination. That's presence. That's soul. That's them. They came just close enough for you to feel, but not so close you'd panic. Because they know you. They know what you can handle. They're easing you into this new connection with grace. Crescent Moon, take a deep breath. Speak their name softly. Say what you never got to say. You don't need a psychic. You don't need a ceremony. You just need this moment. Say it. Whisper it. Cry it. They hear you. And the words you speak now go straight to heaven. Crescent Moon. You'll start noticing changes soon. That weight you've been carrying, it will begin to lift. The dreams you've been avoiding, they'll come back stronger. But this time, they won't haunt you. They'll guide you. Your sleep will feel safer. Your mornings will feel lighter. And you'll smile for no reason. That's not random. That's the afterglow of a soul visitation. That's the residue of heaven touching earth through you. This is bigger than a message. This is a moment that splits time. A moment that draws a line between before and after. After this, you won't be the same. Not in a scary way. In a sacred way. In a, finally, I remember who I am, kind of way. The person in heaven wants you to know this above all else: you made their life better. Whatever flaws you think you had, whatever mistakes you keep replaying, let it go. They don't remember you for the hurt. They remember you for the love. They remember how you laughed. How you cared. How you showed up even when you were hurting yourself. That's what they carry with them. And now, they want to give it back. So let's keep walking through this moment, because you've made it this far for a reason. The heavens don't move like the world does. They don't shout or demand attention. They whisper, they align, and they wait for the one who feels. That's you. Archangel Michael says you are what they call the open-hearted. The rare kind. The one who still believes in goodness, even after heartbreak. The one who still wants to forgive, even after betrayal. The one who still hopes, even after being told not to. That's why this message found you. Because you're not just a receiver of signs, you're a carrier of light. And the one who's reaching out from the other side? They're not just saying hello. They're passing the torch. Your torch. One that was always yours, but had to be lit in divine time. That time is now. Let yourself feel what's happening inside you. You don't have to explain it. You don't even have to understand it. Just allow it. Something ancient in you is rising. Something sacred. Something the world has tried to dim for years. But Michael says, it's your turn to rise now. And nothing can stop it, not pain, not time, not even death. The soul who is near you now, the one you love, the one who passed, they see what's coming for you. They've seen your next chapter. And if you could feel what they feel about your future, you'd cry tears of joy right now. Because it's not just good, it's redeeming. It's restorative. It's the kind of joy that makes all the broken moments worth it. The kind of peace that makes your past make sense. Don't close your heart now. Don't scroll away. Because in these final moments, something important is being sealed. A divine transaction. A soul contract renewed. Heaven is saying, we're with you. And we're not done blessing you. You see, heaven works in circles. What was lost will come back around. What was broken will be made whole. And what was taken from you, is already being returned in ways you never imagined. That love you thought you'd never feel again. It's on its way. That opportunity you thought you missed. It's being rewritten with your name on it. And that peace you forgot was possible? It's rushing toward you like a river about to break through the dam. Archangel Michael says you've suffered long enough. Not because you were being punished, but because your strength had to be proven to you, not to them. They already knew you were powerful. But you had to see it for yourself. And now you have. Maybe not fully. Maybe not loudly. But enough. Enough for heaven to move. And move it will. Over the next 24 hours, you will feel something shift. A message will come. A memory will return. A strange sense of hope will rise from nowhere. Don't ignore it. That's the answer to the prayer you almost forgot you asked for. And when it happens, say thank you. Say it out loud. Thank the one who left. Thank the angels. Thank your own soul for staying soft in a world that tried to harden you. Because gratitude is the magnet for miracles. And right now, your energy is in perfect alignment to receive. The person in heaven wants you to smile again, not just fake smiles, but the real kind. The kind that starts in your chest and spills into your whole face. They want you to live again. To laugh loud. To trust love again. They didn't visit just to remind you of their absence, they came to awaken your presence. Because you're still here. And that means your mission isn't done. Archangel Michael says you will see the confirmation in a small, almost strange way. Maybe a bird landing where it never does. Maybe a child saying something that hits your heart. Maybe an unexpected message that feels like it's straight from the one you miss. That's how they work. Not with spectacle, but with intimacy. They come through the cracks in your doubt, just wide enough for hope to slip in. So be open. Keep your eyes soft. Your heart even softer. Let this energy stay with you today. Let this be the day you don't brush it off. Let this be the moment that shifts your timeline. Because sometimes, all it takes is one holy yes to realign your entire future. If you've made it to this part of the message, something beautiful is now rooted in you. Type "I believe" in the comments. Not just for yourself, but as a ripple. A signal to heaven. A testimony. A seed of energy that can't be undone. There is more for you. More love. More safety. More destiny. And it starts now. You may feel tired, emotional, or even overwhelmed after this. That's okay. It means something has been stirred. Something that was buried. And now that it's awake, let it live. Don't stuff it back down. Let yourself cry. Let yourself smile. Let yourself believe. The next chapter of your life begins in peace. Because heaven just gave its blessing. The soul you've missed just passed the torch. And Archangel Michael just made a promise: you are not alone. You are not forgotten. And the miracle you've waited for is already on its way. And when it arrives, you'll know exactly why this message had to find you today. Not yesterday. Not next week. Today. June 10th. Because heaven doesn't make mistakes. Because love never dies. Because this was always meant for you. So take one more breath. Not just with your body, but with your soul. You've just received a message not many people are open enough to hear. And now, the afterglow begins. That quiet moment where things start to make sense without needing explanation. Where the signs become louder, not because they changed, but because you did. You're no longer just hoping for miracles, you're recognizing them. You're no longer begging for signs, you're tuned in. And Archangel Michael says, this is where the real shift happens. Because from this point on, you won't walk the same. You won't pray the same. You won't doubt the same. Something eternal just got anchored in your timeline. Something only heaven could orchestrate. You might not even be able to explain to others why this message hit you so hard. And that's okay. It wasn't meant for them. It was coded in the frequency of your soul. A divine appointment only you could answer. So before this message ends, take a moment, say thank you. To the one you love. To the angels. To the part of yourself that never gave up. Speak it out loud if you can. Write it. Whisper it. Let the energy move. That's how you make the spiritual real. That's how you lock in the miracle. Sparkles. In the next 48 hours, you'll be shown why this mattered. Something will appear, gentle but precise. It may be in your dreams, in a conversation, in a strange moment where you feel a presence again. When it happens, you won't question it. You'll remember this moment, and you'll whisper to yourself, this is what they were talking about. And when that day comes, smile. Not just for yourself, but for the one who reached out from heaven to remind you. They still walk with you. They still love you. They still believe in the future you're about to step into. And they've never, not even for 1 second, stopped holding your heart. This message doesn't end here. Because divine energy never ends. It flows. It returns. It rises again, just like you will, with more grace, more clarity, and more purpose than ever before. So carry this with you. Let it walk with you. And trust, with every step forward, that you are divinely supported in ways you can't yet see, but will soon feel. Archangel Michael is with you. Heaven is watching over you. And the love that was lost has now been reborn in light. You're not the same person who clicked on this message. You're so much more. And the world is about to see it. Amen.